Hi, I'm Claire from Wild Ginger Running, the trail and ultra running YouTube channel. Last September, I was at the finale of the Golden Trails World Series at the Skyline Scotland, and I asked some of the top international athletes like Katie Saberstein what makes them nervous before a race and their top tips for dealing with it. Do you get nervous before races? I used to when I took life more seriously, but now I run them just for fun, so goodbye nerves. Comment below to join the discussion. Remember to like the film and take a look at my Patreon page for monthly competitions and perks from Wild Ginger Running. Enjoy the advice from these top athletes. This film is powered by Ellis Brigham. Their new trail running range is now available in 24 stores nationwide or shop online at ellis-brigham.com.
So yeah, you deal with different pressure in different ways. If you've got sponsors to make results for, then obviously that's more pressure. And if you're running for your country, you've got an extra pressure. But hopefully you're enjoying the actual race, so therefore you just have to do your best, and that's all you can do really.
Yeah, I like the feeling of being a little bit nervous before the race, and I think you do better if you're a little bit nervous. But of course, like if you're way too nervous, then it's probably not so good.
I'm nervous about, I don't want anything to go wrong, but I've not got the sort of competitive nerves that I might get even say for a cross-country race or a short fell race, because this one feels like a challenge rather than a race to me, because it's pretty much on the edge of what I can do, I think. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Every race. This morning, it's like coming into this one, I'm thinking this one was really kind of a fun one for me, of like just seeing what I could do at the end of the season. It's my last race, my last trail race, last Golden Trail Series race of the season. I just want to see what I could do. I haven't had a good one for, a year now. So I was, it was a fun race. I was just kind of like approaching it just for fun, but I was still nervous. And so I still get nervous every single race.
Like when I was younger, I did biathlon, the ski and shooting thing. And then I was like so nervous. For breakfast, I could sitting there for breakfast 2 hours and trying to eat something and hardly eat at all. And I was not hungry until I started the race, and then I was super hungry, but then I was way too late for eating. So
Yeah, I get really nervous. I didn't used to, but I do get really, really nervous. And I just try and think, you've done the training, and just follow your routine of what you do. Don't race anyone else. Just, you've got a plan, eat, drink, and just, it's all right. And as soon as I get going, I'm fine. But I do get really nervous. Yeah, I think it'd be kind of, I haven't met many people who don't get nervous, but I think it's a healthy thing. I think it's natural to feel nervous.
Of course I get a bit nervous about maybe the length or pressure I get put on my shoulder. They think I should perform well, but it's also more about myself. It's I'm really looking forward to a race and I want to enjoy it, and maybe that's more my nerves and my nervosity. But it's nice to have that. I think it helps me to really feel ready for a race and to go a bit harder maybe on the race day as well.
Oh my God, I'm so nervous, and this whole thing being 3 or 4 days long has stretched out my nerves for way longer than is healthy. Normally I only get nervous the day before, but now I'm getting nervous for every race and I'm not even doing them. So yeah.
Usually get really nervous. Yeah, I always have, and I always think that maybe sometimes it's going to change and one day I'm just going to stop getting nervous, because I've done this for 10 years now, so surely it should stop, but it doesn't. And I think it's good. It means you care. And also nerves are body's natural performance enhancer. So I try and treat it like that. And I remember also when I was injured quite badly a couple of years ago and I couldn't race and I missed the nerves. And now when they come, I'm like, oh, but I should really embrace these, because I really missed this feeling. And it makes you feel so alive. Even if it's a yuck feeling, it's still, it's all part of the game. And it's not going to last too. The race day is going to arrive and you're going to start racing. So, and then everything melts away. So it's, I think just not trying to fight it. Just let it come and try and stay happy. And I think another nice piece of advice that someone once gave me is just treat your tape week like a holiday. Laugh and try and surround yourself with positive people and happy friends. And that really helps with the nerves too.
Nerves is fine. Nerves are good. You need nerves. I think it's an important part of a race. If you didn't have nerves, it's probably not that important to you. So the fact that you are nervous, it means that it's important to you. And yeah, I don't mind. I know I get nervous, but once I go, the nerves are gone. It's just the build up to it, I think.
I think it's just a run. Try not to be like too serious about it. Just go out there to enjoy.
I think if you put all your energy into, you know, people think this is my big race, I'm going to do this race, and you know it's really, really important. But if you've done lots of smaller races like club races, cross country leagues, or you know, even your park run, you get into that mode of how it feels to race. You know, putting your number on, lining up with people, it being busy, people asking how you're going to do, which is always quite stressful. But it's like anything; it becomes second nature. So I don't think it's good to over race, but don't, you know, if you've got an important race, don't make it the only race you've done in 6 months, because then the nerves probably would get to you.
Yeah, for dealing with it, it's just kind of like, don't let those nerves get to you, but you have to take your training and feel comfortable in what you've been doing, and then rely on that aspect of it. Rely on the training that you've done, and say, yeah, I've trained for this, I'm ready for it. And then you have to calm yourself down, and you can't let those nerves really get to you. And that's not to say that's the same for everyone, but at the same time, like, you have to rely on your training and just be comfortable with it and get over those nerves and kind of try to control them a little bit.
You have to go for your little inner mantra, and for me, I just tell myself that, like, it's just a long day out in the hills. I'm just going out to enjoy it. It's going to be really fun. I don't have to achieve any particular thing. I just want to try and get round and do my own race. And I actually find that for me, it takes quite a long time after the start to kind of get into my own stride and find my kind of rhythm. And so I always feel pretty rubbish at the start. And I just tell myself I'm going to feel like that no matter what, and know that it'll come good. And just try and talk it down a little bit to myself. Yeah.